The NBA draft has come and gone, but one name was not called out. One name in particular that we felt as Filipino fans we would have wanted to hear called on draft night. Let's explore why Kai Sotto was not drafted. Here we go. So on NBA draft night, Kai Sotto being drafted into the NBA would have been a significant milestone for Philippine basketball. He would have been the first Filipino homegrown talent to be drafted into the National Basketball Association, which in the eyes of a lot of Filipino basketball lovers is the height or the biggest league that you can possibly play in. Now, we've heard him have great workouts with the Pacers, the Kings, and all these other teams, but so what exactly happens in these workouts and what exactly are scouts looking for? Let's start with this. Now, number one, if you watch the tape, there are still a lot of concerns with regards to what Kai Sotto can bring to a team. Understand that teams are looking for fit, how well you can possibly work into their system, and a bunch of other things. But one thing that particularly concerned us here in Grind Time Sports was, number one, he seems to lack the mobility of an actual NBA big man. Now, what does this mean? He, even in the draft videos and all these highlights that his team was putting out, he did not look like a mobile enough big man to compete in the NBA. And what I mean by that is, again, he has to improve his speed, he has to improve his motor. There were reports, and I'm putting it up right now, that he's not quick laterally. And that's a cause of concern, especially in the NBA nowadays where it's a lot more perimeter oriented. So you're going to see them have to switch off, or these bigs, you're going to have to see them switch off on guards like Stephen Curry, Damian Lillard, and that is a cause for concern, a big one, if you're an NBA GM trying to pick a person that would be worth, number one, the money, worth the time, and definitely worth the effort into training. Kai Sotto might be a little bit ways from that. I saw again the videos, he did not, even, these are wide open, just him in the gym working out. There's still, the mobility is such a problem because, and the motor, in the NBA there are so many hyper athletic bigs, guys who are sprinting like gazelles from end to end of the basketball court, and for you to move at least a 75% pace or an 80% pace is not good enough. You got to get to 100 and 110 just so that you can get easy buckets, get easy alley-oops, outrun these guys, and even on the defensive end, just outplay them. If you're a Kai Sotto, that's one area where you got to work on speed, mobility, and agility, because that's a primary concern right off the bat when you're doing an eye test, which a lot of these NBA GMs are doing. The eye test is very, very important. Now, number two, actual fit. We saw this guy play in the NBL and even in the Gilas Pilipinas team. What skill set does Kai Sotto bring? And this is also number three, where you gotta argue, how does he stand out from the rest of the crowd? I'm not talking about the other draft picks. I'm talking about just as an actual NBA big man. So skill set, and how does he stand out? Number one, can he outshoot every other big man? Not necessarily. His comparison heading into the draft was Rick Smith. Rick Smith isn't that good a comparison, to be honest. No offense to Rick Smith. He was a great player for the Indiana Pacers. But again, how does he stand out? Can he outshoot other big men? I don't think so. He didn't show that enough when he was in the NBL. And I believe that was a big factor when scouts were being convinced, take Kai Sotto. Okay, why would I take Kai Sotto? He can outshoot other big men. He can space the floor. I don't believe his draft workouts showcase his ability to shoot the way Kai Sotto would have imagined it to be. Maybe he can shoot a good percentage, and the fact that he's wide open doesn't help if you're not making those shots. Now, how else can he stand out? Is he athletic enough? Not really. You're talking about other bigs that are not currently in the NBA, like let's say, for example, DeAndre Jordan. He's no longer in the NBA, he's a free agent. And if I'm a team and I need an athletic big, do I draft Kai Sotto, or should I just sign a free agent like DeAndre Jordan? I'm probably going to go the other way and sign something like DeAndre Jordan if that's the argument that's in my head. Now, can he run the floor? That's a big problem because he can't run the floor either. He can't outrun other big men. And when you're trying to get easy points, if you're Kai Sotto, that's the number one area where you have to at least create separation. He didn't do that. Again, watch these draft videos and tell me from your perspective as you're watching this video, if he showed great mobility, if he showed the lateral quickness, or just the agility to get up and down the floor, defend 1 through 5, because that's what's needed in a big man nowadays in the NBA. Now, these are the 3 reasons why we believe Kai Sotto was not drafted. The damnedest part, the worst part of it all is this. Now, we did caption this at the very beginning of the video where you gotta watch till the end, because this is very, very important. If your dream is to get into the NBA, why in the hell would you skip the one showcase for all rookies? Okay, why would you skip the one showcase where you can be in front of GMs, in front of scouts, in front of presidents and vice presidents of these basketball organizations in the NBA? Why would you skip that in favor of playing in the for Gila? I don't get it. I don't understand. What's the goal? I don't get it. Somebody explain it to me. So news is broken out that Kai Sotto will be skipping the NBA Summer League in favor of joining the Pilipinas national team. I get it, alright? Let's start off with this. I get it. National team, patriotism, whatever. Okay, that's fine, who cares? But I also believe, because you're young, and the window of opportunity when it comes to the NBA, you're living dog years as a human being, right? The window of opportunity for you is very, very small. In my opinion, go to the summer league, play it out. You'll always have the Gilas national team. That's the thing. You'll always have that. But you won't get a lot of opportunities to be called up year on year. You won't. Just ask the NBA veterans who want that opportunity but can't get it. You won't get called up every year, Kai Sotto, to play in the summer league. This was your chance. You should have taken it. But the Gilas national team will always need you because we don't have a bevy of 7-footers in the Philippines. We don't. That's just a reality. We don't have a lot of 7-footers. But we have a lot of guards. How often will you be able to say, I played in the summer league, I gave it a great shot, an opportunity is going to come my way? The people around him need to understand this as well. It's not like Kai Sotto is going to get called up every year. It's not like Kai Sotto is just going to get a contract and then boom, let's go. It's not going to happen. That's not how it works in the NBA. Not even in the G League. Where, if people remember, he had an opportunity to play with the G League Ignite and he didn't take advantage of that either. Where guys like Jalen Green, they took off with it and now they're playing in the NBA on really large contracts. So I'm very, very confused and very, very concerned for the future of this kid, especially with the people who are advising him on what exactly he should be doing. Because again, if the goal was to get to the NBA, you might have just missed a golden opportunity to feature yourself in the one league where there are so many, or there are a lot of the right eyes available. Rather, you're gonna go somewhere where nobody actually gives a hoot. Nobody gives a damn about FIBA Asia. Everybody's gonna start giving a damn when you make it to the World Cup. And what are the chances we actually get that done with everything that's still going on locally? We haven't had a lot of great news so far coming out of Gilas with regards to Nenad Vucinic and what he's doing with that team. Maybe there's great progression. Who knows? Let's say there is. What are the chances we actually qualify for the FIBA World Cup? And now you're putting Kai Sotto in a situation where carry us to this thing. We don't even know if he can carry us that far. But what I have a primal concern is, again, if the goal for Kai Sotto, the goal for the people around him, and you want what's best for the kid, and you want the success that we envision him having, should have played in the summer league. How often are you going to get that chance? And then afterwards, you could maybe get a contract in the G League, play it out there instead of playing in the NBL where there are not a lot of significant eyes. That's the problem. Significant eyes is a big thing here. The right people watching you is going to make a difference. That's such a primal point of concern for me right now as a person who wants to see Kai Sotto succeed. NBL, not much. You make it to the NBA, then you've achieved your dream. At least you're playing in front of the right people. And that's the thing that bothers me the most when you're talking about Kai Sotto right now. Number one, there's a lot of things to work on with his game. Number two, what is with all this weird movement from, I don't know if it's he's sulking like he didn't get drafted. A lot of guys, there's still a lot of great stories in the NBA about people who didn't get drafted and are now in the NBA and succeeding. Guys like Ben Wallace, for example, that's a great example. But Kai Sotto can't have this weird situation where I heard it was sulking, where he's sulking and then he's not, I'm just going to do something else. I'm going to go play for the Philippine national team. I'm not even going to go to summer league. That doesn't help you at all. What helps you is you put on a good show for people, and you make yourself a reliable asset, and you make yourself visible in the eyes of the people who can make decisions, who are influencers in their organization. Say, Kai Sotto is a perfect fit for us. Let's pick this guy up. That's the primal point of concern. Again, follow us on YouTube, Grind Time Sports. We got a lot more video content for you down low. Stay tuned for our next video. We're gonna do a lot more of this. We apologize if we haven't posted any content as of late. It's been a busy time, but hey, Grind Time Sports, we're back at it. We'll see you on the next video where we talk a lot about the latest trade that the latest happenings in the NBA, one that concerns John Wall. Check it out. See you guys in the next one.